Okay, so I have not been posting for a little minute now, and there is a big reason for that. Me and my wife have gone through a miscarriage, and I was debating on whether to just resume posting or make this video or what, but there seems to be, I thought I was just making like a little YouTube channel, but there seems to be a lot of people who genuinely, like, when I stop posting, are still trying to engage. They're like, well, wondering where the videos are at or whatever. I thought it was just like a little YouTube channel and whatever. Okay, cool. Some of the stuff that I've posted gets traction, some doesn't. I'm still learning on like what people really care about, what people want to see from me. But I just want to talk for a minute about what I've been going through, and just I want to level with you guys, because I never made this to be some kind of like idyllic whatever. I mean, most of the stuff that I make, there's no scripts. I'm just off the cuff, just whatever comes to my head, minimal editing, just because I don't care about all this crap. I don't. What I do care about, and the thing that kind of stopped me, is we have been trying to have a kid now for, I want to say 5 years, but it's really been 3. Now, I thought that I could not have kids. I was convinced that, she thought something was wrong with her, and I was like, I doubt it. I doubt it. I think it's going to come down to me. And what happened was, it's neither of us. Apparently, we can have kids. So it's I don't know how to approach it because I've never been in this situation before, but it's a pickle because I wanted to be happy when she got pregnant, but we couldn't because the abnormal bleeding and all that stuff. It's like, you're happy because you're going to have a kid, but you don't know if you're going to get to keep it. And we didn't. We did end up losing the kid, and I did not want to, make this video a super happy one. If it did happen, I don't mind announcing that. That'd be a really great thing. That'd be a happy moment in our lives. Now, I don't want anyone to get weird about this, but like, we're pretty strong people. We're not going to let this like fuck us over. We're not going to let this thing we're not going to let it hurt our relationship. But, we're okay with adopting, and we're okay with doing what we're doing. But, we've tried for so long. And then the one time that proves that we can get pregnant, it fails. And what sucks is, what sucks is this: I feel guilty even feeling bad about it because I'm not the one going through it. But the reality is I can't help her, I can't help her. I can't take the pain away. I can't do anything. It feels kind of demotivating. So I took a break from all this YouTube stuff naturally, because I had no idea anything like this was even possible. I just figured we weren't going to have a kid naturally. We'd have to adopt. And with adoption, you don't have that risk. You don't think about, oh, is it going to get, the kid's already born. There's so few things that can happen with adoption because the paperwork is so tight and everything. There's just so little that bad can happen. But I was prepared to go down that road because we do want a kid, and she does want to be a mom. And I think, I don't know what it is. I know that some people are very comfortable not being parents, and that's fine. But like, when I was growing up, I always thought, I'd have at least one son, I'd have at least, be able to do it right, do something, I don't know. It's a weird thought. because the whole landscape has changed on children. I know no one, a lot of people like, oh, we can't afford them. There's too many of them, blah, blah, blah. There's all the reasons not to have a kid. But that doesn't stop, like, the little part of me who's just like, I know that I want a kid, And to be fair, I've thought about if I had a daughter, what a shit parent I'd be. Because I would be like, that annoying, make sure they're safe kind of dad. Whether they're dating or whether, whatever. But I know that would be hard for me to not do. But, at least with a boy, it would be, I can let him make mistakes, but be there to fix it, but I don't know. This video is going to be so tough. And I'm going to debate putting it out, but I just wanted everyone to know what's going on. Because I feel like some of you genuinely, it's not many people, but even though I'm at like 250 subscribers, guys, just understand this. I get it's not many people, but if you put 250 people in a room, and I know that only like 10 of you comment like every video, right? But it still feels like a lot of people to me. A lot of people that like either care about my opinion or watch me. I just felt like, this is the only way we communicate. I should at least make a video saying like, what's going on? What's going on with all of it? Why I'm taking this break. Now, I do want to cover everything in this video. So I know that everyone wants me to focus on this miscarriage, but it's very hard to kind of focus on that. I don't know what our next steps are. I'm just trying not to let it live in my head. Because if I do that, I'm just going to end up going through, because this isn't the end. If I live another 40 years, plus years, this is not the end of everything. This is one attempt. But it did take 3 to 5 years to get here. And I think that's the part that worries me, is that while we do want to have a kid that's ours, no one wants a dad who's in his 50s, right? They want a dad that can go and do things with them. No one wants old dad, right? So we got to figure out what our next steps are pretty quick here. And I know it's, to some of you, probably a weird thing me making this video, but I just kind of feel like as long as somebody understands where I'm coming from, then I felt like I've done my part on like what happened to the videos and everything. Now, this is the part where I talk about some of the YouTube stuff. Just so we're clear, I have filmed videos. They are ready to be uploaded. They are ready to go. It felt really weird to do that, to take time, because listen, this YouTube stuff, I know that I don't edit much, and I know that I keep everything short and straight to the point and all that, but it does take some time. And it felt like when we were going through like a crisis, it felt weird to take time. And listen, it's not to say that I don't care about you guys, but it felt weird to take time to do anything for myself when she was going through all this. It didn't feel good to do. Just to see some views go up, I was like, I don't care. I don't care about that enough. I probably should care about that more, because it's the exact way that I would build something that would be life-changing, right? But where it sits with everything that's going on, I have made a website that's going to be in the description called The Honesty Index. And what we're going to try to do is, I've heard a lot of people complain I've heard a lot of people complain about review sites and stuff being fixed, weird, and all that. Okay, so I'm trying to make a review site that tells people the real, no bullshit. Okay, so if you go there, basically what I'm trying to set up, and it's rough right now. It is rough. What I am trying to set up is a review site that targets people who just want to not be fucking lied to. I don't know. It feels like a lot of these websites are, especially for games and movies, are just wrong. They're always wrong. Like if the critics say it's one way, you have to immediately go, okay, it's probably the opposite. I'm a simple guy. And I know that there's more simple people. I say that's so weird to say. There's more normal, just regular, average people, okay? Because I get it. There's a lot of people who say, Fast and the Furious, you mean that car movie with the Vin Diesel guy? Yeah, I'd never put myself that low to watch that. Yet, they're not making them for charity. So I want people to realize that there's more normal people who just want to have a good time. Like, we don't want to watch a movie that fucking tells us that we're evil. Okay? I'm sorry, but the reviewers are not speaking for people anymore. And so I'm trying to make a site that does that. It takes the viewpoint of the actual audience and it says, will I like this movie? What's up with this movie? I'm not trying to do any spoilers, but it essentially says, should you watch it? Should you watch it in a way that's not condescending or stupid, or it's got a lot of bullshit, or, like when you look up a cooking recipe and it's like, well, my grandmother, it's like, I'm looking for the recipe. Okay. And I get it. These are not lengthy, gigantic articles that is supposed to be good for Google, supposed to be good for this. This is articles that are just short, straight to the point. Maybe they got some trivia. Maybe they got some stuff that you want, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But overall, the end is I do a scoring system, and we're still tweaking it, okay? I'm still tweaking it. But the scoring system just kind of tells you, like, will you like this or won't you? Now, on some of these articles, I had an old scoring system. I'm going to revamp all of the articles to the standards, okay? Now, I've got a place on there where you can submit stuff if you want to see a certain article written, and then hopefully I can, like, email that person. It's like, hey, we put the article up, and we'll give them credit, for submitting it and whatever. The other thing is I've got YouTube videos made, okay? So after this video here, we're going to have other videos. We're going to have other videos that I filmed before this event and after this event. It's going to be a little bit weird for a second because I've got my hair cut and everything, and I'm, looking, no, I'm fucking with you. But basically, it's going to be weird for a second because I've got videos that I filmed before, and then I've got videos filmed now, and I'm not going to lie, my emotions have taken a hit. So there's a little bit more spunk, maybe, in the older videos, and a little bit of pizzazz, but in the newer videos, maybe not. But I wanted to put this out there for you guys, just to let you know, like, what's going on. Again, super weird video, I know. And especially just having some shit in the background. Look, I just put some shit. It's what it is. As far as, like, people who just want to help, literally the only thing you can do is like, comment, and, like, watch the video. YouTube really doesn't care about the same stuff it cared about ages ago. You can subscribe for you but it doesn't necessarily help anymore to have like a big sub count. I guess if other people seen that you were subscribed, it's like a big deal, but just viewing the video, being here, that's all that really matters. And I don't care to do this weird harvesting thing that some of these YouTubers do. Like you're all human beings, right? Like fucking Christ. I don't think that harvesting you for money with selling you stuff and everything is right. These are all free videos. They will always be free, and you watch them, you don't watch them, either way. You know, let's fucking grow together, you know. So, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it kind of answers a bunch of questions and kind of lets you know what I'm doing. But videos will be coming out, especially old ones that I have not released yet. And one of the last things is YouTube doesn't think that I'm a real person. I just want to throw this out there. YouTube doesn't think I'm a real person, so they suppressed some of my videos. So if you see videos that are just like one view, because you're going to see 3,000 views, and then the next video is like one view. And you're going to go, what the fuck is that? YouTube doesn't think I'm a real person. There's this kind of, I looked it up, and there's this kind of anti-spam. I put out too many videos. The ones that did good, but the ones that didn't, it doesn't know whether I'm real or something. I don't know. I think it's to stop like AI videos, but there you go. The best you can do is just watch them, and hopefully the algorithm will correct itself. There's a lot of people who also say that this doesn't exist at all, but I'm telling you, for a creator that can see the stuff, it's super weird. One video will get pushed to like 10,000 people, no problem. The next video will not even be shown to like 1 or 2 people. If it doesn't exist, weird system. Okay, what the point is, if I make a video and you watch it, great. Share it, like it, whatever, comment. But it's really hit or miss. I don't know what that's about. Because I hit well above on some videos, and it's just like the thing that the only difference is whether it pushes it or not. But some of them will be let loose, and it won't show it to anybody. It won't show it to anybody. So it's like releasing a product, but YouTube will not even show it to a single soul. Yet some of the videos I release, it'll show it to 10,000 immediately. So I don't know how to fix that. I'm just putting that out there. If you see weird fluctuations in views, I'm definitely a real person. Thank you for watching. This is a fucked up video, I know. Thank you for sticking around.